This is Sneaker Gears. My name is Levi, and welcome to a special episode of my top 5 picks for 2017. And if you're watching this in the new year, Happy New Year to you for 2018. Wishing you guys always the best. Really appreciate all my followers out there. No matter when you watch this, hopefully you like this video. Please give it a thumbs up, follow, subscribe, and hopefully I'll be bringing you some good content coming up. But let's get right into it. For 2017, I wanted to break down for you into categories that are best suiting your needs. So not just the top 5 and here are the top 5 shoes and buy number 1, but what do you mean the top 5 that support you? So this is going to be a sample and we'll break it down by each section. So let's get right into it. The best cushion shoe 2017, and actually might be the best basketball cushion shoe that's ever been out, your LeBron 15. This thing I've been playing in more and more, and I'm still struggling to find, you know, what it needs work on. So obviously they could make it slightly more supportive. You've seen even LeBron James Player Edition has some outriggers here, but honestly it's been stable. If you're a bigger guy, if you want explosiveness, or if you're an explosive player that needs cushion, if you need cushion for any reason, if you're older, if you've been injured, anything, if you want cushion, this is the best cushion basketball shoe I've ever played it. Like, it really is absolutely amazing. If you like the LeBron 10, if you like Boost, this is by far the top cushion basketball shoe on the market that's almost ever been made. It's going to give you enough bounce, impact protection, responsiveness. It's flexible. It's giving you the support you need. And that's not even talking about, this probably has the best knit upper out of any basketball shoe on the market, period. And almost every company has a version of a knit shoe. So that's saying something. So you're spending a premium, but I can legitimately say you're getting the best that Nike has to offer. Now, that's the number 1 cushion shoe, but just as far as 2, 3, 4, 5, Boost is a solid second. So I can't say, you know, it's close, but no, it's number 2. And Boost in the crazy explosive is fantastic. Boost in the harden is fantastic, although a little bit more court feel oriented, but still really good. And then Lunar, anything that right now I think the only shoes in Lunar is really your Kobe lines. Your Kobe AD and your Kobe AD Next are both phenomenal. And again, that's a solid number 3. So hopefully that helps you as far as top cushion shoes. All right, your top supportive shoes of 2017. When I say support, I mean lateral stability, defensive movements, heel cups, lockdown, a shoe that you're able to play that lockdown defense like a Paul George, as well as you have that full containment no matter what moves you're doing. And the number 1 supportive shoe, I would say, is going to be close. I'm going to say it's the Kobe NXT, simply because you have a solid, huge heel cup, you have incredible lockdown for any kind of lateral movement support, and then it's really low to the ground. So you don't really have much in teeter-totter, you're not high off. Now, this is something I prefer, and this is not a clear-cut number 1. I think the Jordan 32 might have it top, and I did not have a chance to play in the 32 low, so I do prefer lows, which is why maybe I gave the nod to that. But the Jordan 32 has just an incredible lockdown, a huge heel cup again. The way the knit is done, you feel super supportive. You're playing defense like Jimmy Butler, or half the guys who are wearing the 32, Kawhi Leonard. I mean, you're talking about solid defenders that need a shoe that's going to keep up with them, and the 32 is absolutely fantastic. Now, a solid number 2 is going to be your Paul George 1. He's leading the league in steals, and for the kind of movements you're doing to get steals, where you're not just playing free safety like LeBron or Steph Curry, but you're actually locking your defender down, the PG1 is unbelievable. Is it better than the first 2? Not quite, but it's really close. Kind of your lower contenders there are your crazy explosive with your forged mesh upper on your mid, and then even your Kobe AD does a really good job. But number 1, and it's on a 1A or 1B, is going to be your Jordan 32 and your Kobe AD NXT. All right, your best guard shoe, and when I mean that, probably your best traction shoe, your best court feel of 2017, wasn't quite fair. This is a shoe that just came out, but it's going to be your Kyrie 4. This thing is unbelievable if you are a player that wants court feel, that you want to feel quick, that you need the best traction. This really does not disappoint. The cool thing about the Kyrie 4 is it really has learned from the market It's listened to its customers, and I say that I mean Nike, its designers, Kyrie from its past, as well as other shoes in the market. Now, people may have said, what about the Dame 4? And you know what? The Dame 4 is actually really good. This is a solid number 2, and the only reason it's number 2 is just because the Kyrie 4 really does everything a little bit better. It's a little bit better traction. It's a better cushion. The lockdown is a little bit better. So now the thing is, at $120 just coming out, these are not quite on sale. If you can pick up the Dame 4, which Finish Line has those now for around 86 bucks, I'll put links in the description below. Is it $40 better? You know, I mean, you're talking about 30% more. Maybe not quite. I mean, for that, maybe the Dame 4, and I do have the best value model coming up next, but it's kind of cool to see the history. Now, the Dame 4 was better than the Kyrie 3. The Kyrie 3, I thought, was better than the Dame 3. The Dame 3 was better than the Kyrie 2. So they kind of been flip-flopping. So based on the history, I would almost say the Dame 5, whenever that's going to come out, will probably top the Kyrie 4. So it's kind of cool to see that back and forth, especially if you're a guard player. You can kind of see what is the best shoe coming out, and both have been awesomely priced shoes. This is $115, but the Dame 4 has been out for a while. The only thing I don't like about the Dame 4 right now, depending if you're a buyer, is they do have multiple different upper options, and they all perform slightly different. So this has kind of like that mesh upper, but it has kind of a nylon woven in to give it strength. Then they have kind of a synthetic upper. They have a knit upper in the Static, and they're all slightly different. I think the Static might be really nice. That's the colorway that has the knit upper. But that's the only thing that's kind of not a negative, but you want to watch out for. Whereas the Kyrie, you're getting high-end materials, and I'll have a full review on that coming out no matter what, and it's a little bit more consistent. But the Kyrie 4, best guard shoe on the market for 2017. The best value basketball shoe in the market for 2017. And when I say value, I mean this is someone who, if you just want to pick up a pair of basketball shoes where, hey, I'm going to start playing a little bit, if you're looking to pick up maybe a second pair so you don't beat up maybe the pair you really like, or just for anything. If you're a parent, if you're looking to buy something for your kids, or for your kid, you want to ask your mom to buy you something, or your dad, and you don't want them to spend too much money, or you have a budget, is the Paul George 1 and your LeBron Soldier 11. Right now, they are both on sale for about $60 to $80. The performance you're getting is, and you kind of seen the PG1, is tops on support, materials, cushion feels great, traction's very good. I mean, it is an unbelievable shoe. And right now for 60 bucks, in most places, you can't really knock it. And then here's the thing, even at full price at 110, it's still really good. Now, this is a little bit hard to get on because it does have kind of a booty kind of construction. It is a low top, and it does come with premium materials for that support. So if you're saying, hey, I don't like low tops, or, you know, I've had ankle injuries, the LeBron Soldier 11 is going to be kind of its cousin. I mean, it plays very similar. You still have some premium touches, and these are now on sale for like $75 to $100. Now, this is not going to give you quite the support that that one does, but at the same time, if you're a bigger player, if you've had injuries, you're probably not playing that lockdown wing defender kind of position anyway. Now, this is also giving you the added benefit of heel zoom, so it is a little bit more cushioned. Now, something for the PG1 that really improved it is if you do have any Nike Zoom SB shoes, you know, Janowski or what have you, those all have heel zoom on the insole. Pop those in your PG1 and you have almost the same shoe. This is just going to give you a high top, maybe a little bit more ankle support, but these have been absolutely phenomenal for the price. You can't go wrong. I was just playing in these, just comparing with the LeBron 15, broke out my LeBron 9s, and really just wanted to get a full feel, so I will have more specific reviews coming out. But for the value, these are tops for 2017 going into 18 where you can't go wrong. Right, so the best shoe, #1 top category going out this year for 2017. So I don't want to say money not being an issue, but obviously you're not looking for the best value per se. You just want the best shoe. And this is for someone where if I don't know what your needs are, I don't know what your position, your style of play, I do get asked a lot, hey, what shoe do you recommend? What's the best shoe in the market? Usually I'll tell people get the PG1 for the price. But the best shoe you can get, and I'll start with number 2, is going to be your Kobe line. Your Kobe AD Mid or your Kobe AD Next. Both of these are one of the few basketball shoes from Nike that have full-length lunar. You have heel zoom. You have lockdown support. You have amazing traction. There's almost nothing to not like about the shoe, and you can tell by how many players are wearing it in the league right now. The only knock, and I think Nightwing had with this, was he didn't like the materials. And honestly, the way the materials are, the way they have different texture, you have leather on the swoosh, you have kind of this rand with stitching coming along the side for support. I mean, it's beautifully done. I don't think the materials are bad. Maybe they are kind of cheap, but the cool thing is with the Kobe AD Next, they've had so many variants with different materials. Shoe to shoe, it does change. I know the Soul Brothers originally played in one like this with the clear sole. They have ones with the hard sole with even better traction, but I've had no issues with this traction. The only knock I would say on the Kobe and in either one is going to be the traction is a little bit soft. So this is something that is meant for either your on court or your season play, maybe not for everything, but again, this is the best basketball shoe in the market. That's the number 2. Number 1 is your Crazy Explosive, and this is something I keep in my bag, and the reason I put it number 1 most recently is with the Crazy Explosive Low coming out. They really do have something for everybody. This is the number 2 cushion on the market, flat out. You could say maybe you want a little bit more court feel, and in that regard, that's okay. Get the Kyrie 4. I did like the Harden if you want to go boost, but maybe have a little bit more court feel, but I don't really feel slowed down by this. You can wear a Crazy Explosive, and whether you're Kyle Lowry, whether you're Brandon Ingram, no matter what position, you still feel fast. It's not necessarily slowing you down. It is a little bit on the heavier side, but at the same time, there's so much energy response, it doesn't really matter. I don't think going to something lightweight like a Curry 4 is really going to help you. The traction is probably the best traction on the market. The Kyrie 4, maybe it's better, but I mean, you have something that's number 1 or 2 in pretty much every category. I think the forged mesh on this does add to a layer of support. This is going to give you maybe a little bit more than your prime knit versions, but if you do want something a little bit lighter and quicker, they have the low top, and if you need something either for your ankle brace or you prefer the look, or you just want the high top, they have the high top version. So the fact that you can get a Crazy Explosive with that traction, with that cushion, in whatever variant you want, high, mid, low, they make the team colorways. This is the best basketball shoe in the market for 2017, and it kind of sucks because I know some of the reviewers have said they haven't done too much from the 16. They did what they needed to do. They took something that has clearly one of the best cushion and traction on the market, and they made it more supportive. They made it better fitting. This is something where if you didn't like the knit, get the mid top. The forged mesh on this is phenomenal. I do like the knit, and either one is fantastic. So hopefully there's something for everyone out there, guys. I will have my most disappointing shoes of 2017 coming out in the next few days here. And if you guys have any questions, any comparisons, let me know. My top 5 I did post on Instagram. If you're not following me there, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, on Facebook, and hopefully you guys helping you out on what shoes to buy. We'll do a 6-month review as far as for the off season or in the preseason later in the year. So when you're looking to buy your shoes, you can see what's the best one coming out. But always come back to older videos just so you can see what's a great performer, because if a shoe performs really well, it performs well. You know, the whole point is hopefully manufacturers are making their shoes better, but that's not always the case. Don't get stuck on one line. If you like Kobe, you know, hey, I always wear Kobe's, I always wear LeBron's, or, you know, I always buy D Rose's. Not too many of those guys. But keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, read reviews, make sure you get the best shoe for you, because that always does change. Guys, this is Levi with Sneaker Gears. Happy New Year's to you, all my followers. Guys, really appreciate you and appreciate you watching this video. You have a great time, and I'll be back at you soon.